Hi everyone, today is January 8th. I tried to, my goal is to record every day, but it is really hard with a busy schedule and kids and all these, legit excuses. But since today is January 8th, I will read from January 8th entries from all three books: Courage to Change, One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, and Hope for Today. And bonus, I will also record tomorrow's, since it's already 8:01 p.m. and if it was me, I'd like to listen to YouTube videos or any audio when I'm driving to work because that gives me a good time to meditate. So anyhow, get straight to it. January 8th is on page 8 on all three books. You are welcome to follow along with me if you have the book with you, or feel free to also listen. Sometimes the best way that works for me really is to just listen. Okay, January 8th. Courage to Change. I once emphatically told my family that their bickering was making our newly sober loved ones nervous, and this might cause her to start drinking again. I was shocked when I was told, just as emphatically, well, let her. I realized that I was still trying to make everything smooth and easy for the alcoholic, because I hadn't accepted that I was just as powerless over alcoholism and sobriety as I had been during the active years. It was then that I truly discovered how beautifully letting go and letting God can work. When I truly understood how powerless I was over the situation, I was able to trust that the alcoholic has her own higher power, and that together they can work out her future. I felt like a new person because I was free of the constant need to watch over her, free to live my own life. I care about the alcoholic in my life more than I can say. I wish her health, happiness, and sobriety, but I cannot hand these things to her. She and her higher power are in charge of that. I can only love her, and when I stop thinking about it, that is enough. Today's reminder. Today, I choose to place my trust in that higher power, knowing that all is well. Quote, if we supply the willingness, God supplies the power. From the Al-Anon Family Group's Classic Edition. So that is about letting go and letting God. Real good thing. What stood out for me is I wish her health, happiness, and sobriety, but I cannot hand these things to her. She and her higher power are in charge of that. I can only love her, and when I stop to think about it, that is enough. I am enough. Sorry for the background noise. This is why it's so hard for me. My kids are running around. I hope that doesn't bother you. If it does, again, I apologize. Moving over to One Day at a Time in Al-Anon, January 8th, page 8. When the alcoholic has been blessed with the gift of sobriety, I can be grateful for the many good consequences of the change. Being able to depend on his coming home on time so the family can be together at a dinner table. Being able to invite friends in without fear of embarrassment. Having our bills paid so we can hold our heads up. If I am ever tempted to have misgivings about this newfound sobriety, I will strive for confidence. My trust will help him maintain sobriety and keep me serene. Today's reminder. Even if there are many problems still to be solved, I will make the most of the benefits that sobriety brings. I will live the Al-Anon program and depend on it to help me solve whatever problems are still to come. Quote, I pray to learn to enjoy the good that each day brings, and not to be apprehensive about the future, which is in God's hands. Wow. I like this little paragraph. It says, if I am ever tempted to have misgivings about this newfound sobriety, I will strive for confidence. My trust will help him maintain sobriety and keep me serene. And then here, I pray to learn to enjoy the good that each day brings and not to be apprehensive about the future, which is in God's hands. So basically, I took notes on this. I wrote that this reading is all about gratitude and letting go of expectations and how freeing that could be. I really appreciate having these tools because all these crazy things that I think about the other shoe's gonna drop or all that. It's really all that is really panic, and I think there's like a deeper issue. It's all about trust as well. Trust in my higher powers will, not mine. And therefore, if I work on myself, I'll have better reactions and better attitudes towards not only my partner, but also I can better love myself better. There's a saying, how when I am so full of you, it's because inside I'm empty. And so I've been going to Al-Anon for a couple years now, almost 5 years. I haven't been the most consistent with recovery, but I have definitely grown to appreciate life more and to have a better attitude about things. I'm very, very thankful for this program because before I really was obsessed with worrying. Hey, shh. Okay, moving on to Hope for Today, January 8th, page 8. I truly believe talking to God continuously about my problems was a form of both prayer and meditation. However, I didn't find the sense. Getting a muffin. It's okay. Sorry. I truly believe talking to God continuously about my problem was a form of both prayer and meditation. However, I didn't find the sense of tranquility I sought. It wasn't a matter of tuning out distractions. I had been doing that most of my life. When I was young, I'd cover my head so that I wouldn't hear my parents fight. I could go numb and not feel the belt when my mother beat me. I was so good at tuning out, it scared me. Once, while pleading with God to help me, I ran a stop sign. I didn't even hear the siren or see the flashing lights of the police car behind me. I once heard an Al-Anon member share that he deliberated so much about his troubles, he often didn't hear the solutions offered at meetings. He said if he couldn't even focus on recovery at the meeting, he surely couldn't do it at home. I didn't see how this insight applied to me, but I found he had a point. The chairperson hadn't finished the first sentence of the meeting, welcome, when my mind went right to one of my problems. After seeing this pattern, I began to concentrate on the experience, strength, and hope shared at the meeting. Now, instead of dwelling on my troubles, I meditate on my higher power's strength, power, and love for me. In doing this, I gain a feeling of peace that carries me through the day. I still have problems, but they just don't seem so big anymore. Thought for the day. Prayer and meditation allow me to focus on the solution, not the problem. Quote, during my daily quiet time, I try to focus all my attention on God. When I take my problems to Him, I try to leave them there and keep my focus of attention on Him. Prayer and meditation allow me to focus on the solution, not the problem. During my daily quiet time, I try to focus all my attention on God. When I take my problems to Him, I try to leave them there and keep my focus of attention on Him. That quote is from As We Understood, page 196. So what I took notes on here, I put gaze at God, glance at life. So gazing, it takes longer to gaze than glance. Glance is only like a little look and then away. So gaze at God, glance at life. That is really powerful. It's not always easy because I get stuck in my head all the time. And something like this actually has happened to me. Especially at work, I couldn't focus because all my thoughts was on my obsessions and annoyances and perfectionistic tendencies. And there's just something so peaceful about these readings. So if you're still with me, thank you so much amidst the chaos that is in my house sometimes. God bless you, and hit subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.